You know that gut-wrenching feeling, don't you? You're
Yeah.
so hyped for a concert.
Mm.
Maybe your favorite artist is finally coming to town.
Oh, yeah.
You set your alarm, you're there, fingers hovering over the keyboard, refreshing the page like mad the second tickets go on sale.
The anxiety is real.
And then, poof,
Yeah.
they just vanish
Mm-hmm.
in seconds.
Gone.
And then, like some cruel magic trick, they reappear
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe for, what, 10 times the original price?
Or more sometimes. It's unbelievable.
That sting of missing out, that feeling like you're just priced out of joy, out of
Mhm.
connecting with something you love, it's just soul-crushing.
It absolutely is. And, you know, what's really striking is this isn't just you or me having a bad day online.
Right.
This is like a massive, widespread, deeply frustrating thing for millions of fans all over the world.
It feels like being locked out.
Yeah, exactly. Locked out of these cultural moments that really should be, open to everyone.
That shared frustration, that feeling of being locked out, that's exactly why this topic hits home for so many people.
Mm.
And that's why today we're going to dive deep into that whole mess, this deep dive. It's all about the totally chaotic world of live event ticketing,
Yeah, how it got so broken.
how it got so broken, and maybe more importantly, what people are trying to do to actually fix it.
Okay.
And our main guide for this is a really powerful feature-length documentary called Ticket Chaos: The Scalping Crisis.
Right, and this film is really driven by its writer, director, and producer, Lovely Ann Clark. And it's pronounced Lovely Ann, just so everyone knows.
Loveling Clark, got it. Lovely Ann.
Yeah, she's aiming for this documentary to be, well, urgent, emotional, but also globally relevant. It's not just about complaining, it's about pushing for real, actual change in how live entertainment works.
Okay, so our mission today seems pretty clear then. We need to unpack this tangled problem,
Uh-huh.
explore the actual solutions being put forward in Loveling Clark's film,
Right, the practical stuff.
and really get why supporting this whole movement for fairer access is just so vital right now. So let's start at the start. How did this system get so, well, hijacked?
Okay, yeah, let's dig into the history a bit, because scalping itself, surprisingly maybe, isn't new.
Really?
No, it started super informally. Back in the 19th century, believe it or not, people would buy up extra train tickets and resell them.
Huh. Train tickets.
Yeah, train tickets. Then, early 20th century, it moved into entertainment, sports, theater, concerts, people literally standing outside the venue.
Classic image, right? The guy in the car.
Exactly. Selling tickets, usually marked up. It was mostly a local kind of street-level hustle.
But then the internet happened. And it sounds like it didn't just move the hustle online. It, put it on steroids, industrialized it.
That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet completely changed the game in the 90s and 2000s.
How so? What were the big shifts?
Well, you started seeing platforms pop up. Craigslist, eBay were early places for it. Then came the dedicated secondary marketplaces like StubHub, SeatGeek.
Ah, the big names now.
Right. And they sort of legitimized resale, made it way easier and bigger for scalpers, sure, but also created a whole bunch of new problems, or made old ones much, much worse.
Okay, so what are those key problems? Beyond just, the frustration of the Ticket Vanishing Act,
Mm.
what's really plaguing the system now?
Well, one big thing is dynamic pricing. Where algorithms jack up the prices based on demand in real time.
Like airlines do.
Exactly like airlines. Or Uber search pricing. It means fans get priced out instantly, and artists often lose control over what their tickets are actually worth to their fans.
And then the bots.
Uh.
I mean, that must just pour gasoline on the fire.
Bots are a nightmare, a massive problem. They use automated software to just scoop up huge numbers of tickets like the second they go on sale.
So real people don't even stand a chance half the time.
Pretty much. It's like that digital land grab you mentioned, and kind of holding this whole system together, or maybe enabling it, is monopolistic control. Meaning, entities like Ticketmaster and Live Nation have such a dominant position in the market. It really limits choices for artists, for venues.
Yeah.
They often can't pick other ticketing companies even if they want to.
So less competition means it's easier for these, well, exploitative practices to just carry on.
Precisely. Lack of competition often means less innovation, higher costs for everyone, especially you, the fan. And it's just infuriating seeing resale prices jump 2 times, 5 times, 10 times the original value.
Wow.
And the scalpers are the ones raking in that profit. The film mentions this jaw-dropping stat. Sometimes a concert ticket can cost as much as a month's rent on the resale market.
A month's rent, that's insane. That's not just inconvenient, that's fundamentally excluding people.
It's a huge barrier. And then you've got the fees, those hidden inflated service fees.
Yeah. The $100 ticket that somehow becomes $175 at checkout.
Exactly. With zero transparency about what those fees are even for, it just completely erodes any trust you might have had. And it's not just fans getting squeezed. Artists are too. Lots of bands get locked into these venue exclusivity contracts.
Meaning they have to use a certain ticketing system.
Yeah, they're forced to use specific platforms, even if they hate the fees or how it treats their fans. They lose their ticketing freedom.
This really brings us to a critical point then.
Yeah.
Who is actually getting shut out by all this? Because it's not hitting everyone equally, is it?
No, definitely not. The film makes a point of highlighting the disproportionate impact. We're talking about BIPOC communities, Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Okay.
Rural fans maybe face higher travel costs anyway, plus venue access issues. Low-income folks, obviously, who might struggle even with face value prices. Disabled fans dealing with accessibility hurdles that get worse with complicated, pricey ticketing. And young people, just starting out, trying to connect with culture.
All these groups are getting pushed further to the margins.
Yeah, consistently finding it harder to get into these experiences that ideally should be for everyone.
And it's clear this isn't just some, niche complaint from a few fans online. Big names are speaking up.
Absolutely. The documentary aims to interview some real heavyweights. Musicians like Bruce Springsteen, Ed Sheeran, Eric Bass from Shinedown,
Wow.
Eminem, Kid Rock. These are artists who've publicly talked about these ticketing nightmares.
And politicians, too.
Yeah, like Senator Amy Klobuchar, who's been really vocal about needing stronger anti-scalping laws. Having artists and politicians involved just underlines how widespread this is. It affects everyone, from the stage to the stands.
It shows it's a systemic problem.
Yeah,
Affecting the whole live entertainment world.
exactly. And it needs more than just being pointed out. It needs a clear way forward, which is, thankfully, where Ticket Chaos, the scalping crisis, comes in.
Right. And the person steering this ship, guiding us through the problem and the solutions, is the filmmaker herself, Lovely Ann Clark.
Yeah. Lovely Ann Clark again, that's Lovely Ann. She's described as, well, resilient, multiracial, identifying with Aztec, Irish, and Black heritage, and also a disabled filmmaker, writer, and producer.
Disabled. In what way, if you don't mind me asking?
The background material mentions she lives with conditions including autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and also complex PTSD.
Wow. CPTSD often comes from prolonged trauma, right? That must give her a really unique lens on this.
A profound understanding, yeah, of what it feels like to be locked out of systems. Apparently, she aged out of foster care, experienced homelessness. Her journey informs her work deeply.
So this isn't just like an academic interest for her.
Not at all. It's deeply personal. Her motivation, she says, is using storytelling to open locked doors, to champion socially impactful cinema.
That's powerful. And it even extends to how she runs her company.
It does. She founded Goddess Productions, that's her parent company, and she's actually working on turning it into a nonprofit.
A nonprofit film production company. That's unusual.
It is, her reasoning. She says she believes the story is more important than profiting off of them. That really says a lot about the ethos behind this whole project.
That's quite a statement. It really frames the documentary's purpose.
Totally. And the film's goal is crystal clear. Create a ticketing ecosystem that's sustainable, fair, transparent.
Okay.
One that protects fans, makes sure artists and venues get paid fairly, breaks up monopolies, and puts strict caps on resale.
And how does the film itself look? What's the style?
It sounds like it's going to be pretty dynamic. Structured in 5 acts, it mixes cinematic reenactments, interviews, data visualizations, making the numbers clear in real footage, fans, protests, even courtroom stuff.
So engaging but also hard-hitting.
Exactly. The tone is meant to be urgent, emotional, but also empowering, trying to blend that investigative clarity with a strong cultural vibe.
And the core message isn't just buying tickets is annoying.
No. It goes much deeper and emphasizes that this is fundamentally about access, about equity, about how working class fans are being manipulated and excluded.
Right.
The film aims to, as they put it, inform, agitate, and activate, get people thinking, get them maybe a bit angry, and then inspire them to push for real policy changes and better media literacy around this stuff. It's a call to action.
A call to action built around a pretty detailed plan, it sounds like. They call it the 6-pillar ticket fairness strategy.
That's right. A 6-pillar strategy for reform.
Okay, let's break that down. What's pillar number 1?
Pillar 1 is all-in pricing and fee transparency. Basically, make it federal law. Sellers, including resellers, have to show the total price up front. No hidden fees magically appearing at the last second.
Yes. That $100 ticket should actually cost $100, plus maybe clearly stated, reasonable fees shown from the start.
Exactly. Builds trust. Creates clarity. Simple but huge.
Okay, pillar 2.
Pillar 2, face value resale caps plus artist kickbacks. This needs new legislation. The idea is to ban reselling tickets for more than, say, 10% above the original face value.
Only 10% markup allowed.
Yeah, so that $100 ticket, max resale price, $110. And here's the kicker. The band or artist gets the biggest chunk of that $10 difference.
Oh, interesting. So it doesn't just limit scalping profit, it redirects it back to the creators.
Precisely. It starves the speculative resale market that just thrives on jacking up prices. It shifts the incentive back to the primary market and the artists.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, pillar 3. What about artists getting stuck with ticketing companies they don't like?
That's Pillar 3, a national artist ticket rights law. They call it the Fair Access Act. This would give artists the power to choose their own ticketing providers.
Freedom of choice.
Yeah. Ban those exclusive venue contracts.
Mm.
And it would also formally allow things like ID-based ticketing or even blockchain ticketing.
Blockchain, like crypto, how does that help?
Well, blockchain basically creates a secure, transparent digital ledger. It makes tickets much harder to counterfeit or resell anonymously. You could track the ticket's history.
I see. So you could use that to enforce caps on how many tickets one person buys, like per ID or credit card.
Exactly. Stop bots and bulk buyers more effectively. No more, you have to use our system to play here.
That feels like a genuine game changer for artist control. Okay, pillar 4. What if a fan buys a ticket legitimately and then just can't go?
Right, that happens. Pillar 4 proposes a universal fan resale platform. This would be maybe a nonprofit or government-run or artist-owned exchange, specifically for face value resale, like the Twicket system they have in the UK. You verify your identity, you sell your ticket at the price you paid, maybe plus that small allowed fee. Real fans helping real fans. No scalpers allowed.
A safe, fair place for legitimate resale. I like that. Number 5 must be about enforcement, right? Stopping the bots and street scalpers.
You got it. Pillar 5 is banning bots and street scalpers equally. It calls for much stronger enforcement of the existing BOTS Act, that's the U.S. federal law, against using bots to buy tickets.
It exists already. Is it just not enforced well?
Often not strongly enough, or the penalties aren't a real deterrent. So the call is for significant fines, maybe even jail time for big scalping operations. And crucially, extend similar strong rules to street scalping too, if it's above the legal cap. Treat digital and physical scalping equally.
Makes sense. Okay, final pillar, number 6.
Pillar 6 pushes for a National Ticketing Oversight Commission, or NTOC. Think of it like a regulatory body.
Like the FCC for communications, or the FDA for food and drugs.
Sort of, yeah. It would investigate pricing, audit the ticket platforms, handle disputes, and importantly, its board would include actual fans, artists, venue owners, independent promoters, not just industry insiders.
So real oversight. The film asks a good question. If airlines, banks, and food labels are regulated, why not ticketing?
It's a powerful point, isn't it? Why should this massive industry operate with so little oversight?
It really makes you think. And beyond these 6 main pillars, there are other ideas too.
Yeah, the film apparently digs into more details, things like venue freedom, reinforcing that artists shouldn't be blocked from playing somewhere just because of corporate ticketing deals.
Right.
Requiring digital receipts for all resale tickets, showing the original price and the markup clearly, standardizing refund rules for canceled shows, even creating fan whitelists, verified fans get first dibs, bypassing the scalper rush.
Wow, it really sounds like a comprehensive, well-thought-out plan. They've clearly done their homework for ticket chaos, the scalping crisis.
Definitely seems like it. And the timing for this feels so critical, doesn't it?
Absolutely. With live entertainment roaring back after the pandemic shutdowns,
Yeah.
tackling this huge systemic issue feels more urgent than ever. We need to make sure these events stay accessible, stay equitable. It feels like a real make-or-break moment for live music, maybe.
I agree, which is exactly why supporting this documentary project is so important right now.
Right. You mentioned it's in pre-production.
Yeah, pre-production, they have a target budget of $400,000. They're actively fundraising right now for, the actual shooting, the editing, post-production, getting it into festivals.
This is where you, the listener, can potentially make a difference.
Exactly. And they have specific needs beyond just funding, too. They're looking for connections
Connections with who?
with some of those musicians and senators they want to interview. Also, with advocacy groups who are already working on these issues, people who can lend their voice, their expertise, their support.
So it's not just about money, it's about building a coalition.
Precisely. And remember who's leading this. Loveline Clark, Love Leanne, a disabled filmmaker coming from communities often excluded, pouring her unique perspective into this. It's clearly more than just a film for her. It's a passion project, an act of social justice.
And the ultimate goal is to really amplify all these voices, fans, artists, advocates, and hopefully inspire some lasting change.
Yeah. Because, like that powerful tagline says, if music is for the people, then it is time to let the people in.
I love that. Let the people in. Every bit of support helps,
Yeah.
whether it's financial or maybe you know someone who knows someone. It all helps bring this crucial story out and push for that real reform.
It's quite something when you step back, isn't it? How this thing, live music, that's supposed to be about joy and connection,
Yeah.
has somehow become this battleground, this source of stress and exclusion. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? In a world that's supposedly all about connection, who actually gets to decide who's in and who's out?
Who gets to decide who's in and who's out? That is a really powerful thought to leave people mulling over.
Yeah.
So, ticket chaos. The scalping crisis. It's clearly not just documenting a problem. It's a rallying cry. A blueprint for a fairer system, driven by a filmmaker with a deep personal commitment to access and equity.
Definitely one to watch out for and support if you can.
Absolutely. We really encourage you to learn more about the film, about the mission. You can find information on the fundraiser, the GoFundMe links. Just search on Instagram for @TicketChaos. That's @ticket_chaos.
At Ticket Chaos on Instagram.
Got it. Every share, every dollar, every connection helps get this vital story told and hopefully helps push for the changes we've been talking about.